what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to more Smite Conquest. Today we're taking our first look at Olorun ADC. Olorun's the new god that Hi-Rez just released, and I've so far been liking him a lot. The problem I have with Olorun, I brought this up in a recent video, in the Erlang video. His ultimate, not the biggest fan. I love the speed up aspect. I think that's super cool. The slowdown aspect, I think, is too strong. I think it either needs to be just nerfed pretty hard, or it needs to not exist. Movement speed slow, totally fine with. But the animation slow is just absolutely devastating. Generally speaking, that just straight up means not only do you do that much less damage, but you're also slower on your way to do that damage. It's like anti-red buff. You seriously, the ability could just straight up like 50% slow, 50% damage reduction, and it would actually be weaker. That's how insane the buff is. So I hope they change that. A really, really powerful ability. Obviously, the big bright side to dealing with it, the counter to it is going to be CC immunes, and then also mobility abilities like jumps and stuff like that can try and get out. We actually, ooh, I was gonna say we can kill. We do potato damage to this man. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm starting with the one. We're gonna max I'm starting with the two. We're gonna max the one. The one's not super good early on, just because they can block it and it doesn't really do all that much damage. It does 100, but since it can get blocked, it's not super reliable. So we start with the two because it's more reliable for wave clear. Can't block the wave clear. God, Nani Cap is so broken right now, man. It's so absolutely busted early game. Their comp in general is really gross early game. Soul's got her passive up, so she's hitting stupid hard. I'm only Olorun, so I don't do that much yet. And Naja's decent, but not able to do all that much right now. If they actually go on this, we can... What? What are you doing? Are they trolling? What are you thinking? Drop some of these on the man. Hopefully Naja's got a ring or something. Hang on. Hit him with an auto. There we go. I don't know what that was the worst play they could have possibly done besides run into tower. They actually, like, our team is going to red buff. They run, honestly, okay, whether our team runs to red buff or not, that was a terrible play. I actually don't know what they were thinking, man. That blew my mind a little bit. Going for purple, okay, probably a successful invade, seems fine. Going to red was so dumb, man. That was such a bad play. Anyways, as far as Olorun is concerned, I really like his base kit quite a bit, man. I've been having a lot of fun with it. The one feels very cool. I do not plan to watch Dragon Ball at all, not my thing. But you gotta appreciate the one, man. It's such a fun ability. And it feels really good. It feels really different than a lot of other stuff, but it still feels fluid. The one thing that I'm not, I guess I'm a little undecided on it. Kind of feels bad, but it's also because I keep using it wrong, is you can't cancel it. It feels like something you should be able to cancel. You can't. So that I kind of disagree with sometimes, and it's something where like I'll try and cancel it every once in a while, just derp. But you can't, so that feels a little bit bad. But honestly, that's maybe something they should have, because it's kind of annoying when you get stuff like Thothel that you can just like pretend to use. Gets kind of obnoxious. One little tip for him, definitely, especially like when you're not getting your two maxed yet, or not even when you're not getting it maxed yet, but when you're running low on like the ammo for the two, because it does save. You can see that little passive bar right there where we're saving up the shots of our two right now. You can use the one right after you use the two, and it's a really good way to gain charges on, what's it called? That's not how we check. Oh God. But whatever those passive charges are called, we can charge a lot of those up. Oh my God, Soul just got absolutely devastated. We can't kill her. I'm not going to be able to run up on her, but that's a lot of damage, man. What the? All right, we can beat this low. We should be out off that. We should be able to turn. Oh, that juke was huge. Oh, that juke was so huge. Oh my God. All right, I'm not going to push my luck. We'll back. I really wanted some farm. It is all the way up there. We'll pass. Oh my God, that was filthy. We juke the auto and we turn on him before he can finish me off. Oh my goodness. Anyways, what were we talking about? What were we talking about just now? I don't even remember, man. I think just the 2-1 combo. Did you really just die to my support, man? What are you doing? Actually, I don't know. We managed to do that. Yeah, overflowing divinity, which is the charges on the two. So basically these are kind of casting down almost like rockets is basically the way to think of them. And so you can charge those up by autoing when you have the two procced, or you can charge them up by using the 1 as well when the 2's procced. That's a really good way to store them up in advance. That's something I've been trying to get better about, is to try and just like whenever I'm just like clearing wave and just chilling to go ahead and proc the 2. Because as long as I don't immediately need it for a fight, the attack speed's super important. So if you're fighting, you want to save it for that. But like right here, Soul's playing crazy far back here. We'll just clear wave real quick. Look at that. We get like half of that charged up right there. And now the next time we fight, we can just preemptively have a bunch of that damage on our 2 ready to go. We don't need to hit her with a ton of autos. We can just have it. And that's really, really good. The reason I'm not a big fan of maxing the 2 is, for one thing, you already get the attack speed, which is really good. You don't need to level it for that. But another thing about it is that I feel like it's not a very reliable ability. It's really good. It's potentially just incredible, but it's not very reliable. So normally for lane, the 1's pretty easy to hit. I like to go with that instead. Here, we actually might land this on her. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw a bunch of... Okay, I just whiffed everything. Throw a bunch of these at her. Yeah, she's not going to do a whole lot here, so we can just back off for now. What'd she build? She's just working in boots. Okay, so if she actually gets her Bancrofts or something finished, then we'll have to worry a little bit about that, because Soul's insane with Bancrofts. But for now, we're chilling. We'll be able to fight her pretty well. I'm assuming she's not. It looks like she's going to get her boots finished. Yeah, the way I've been building Olorin so far is definitely focusing on power for the most part, but we're also getting rings. It's sort of a weird hybrid build that you normally don't get a whole lot of, which is like I'm trying to rush into Bancrofts really quick because it feels incredible on him. But then after that, going into like Telkines and hang on, let's finish this, man. See you later. But Telkines, Demonic Grip, Hastened are like the 3rd, 4th, 5th items after Bancrofts and Boots. But the Bancrofts Rush feels so good on him. You get a lot of sustain for lane, which is super helpful. You get a lot of damage, which is great for his passive. You actually get crit chance off of the amount of power you have. And it's really hard to actually... I don't think we can really kill here. Maybe? Here, we're going to ult the bottom. Okay, well, we can kill. we can absolutely kill. That's actually a really nasty combo for the ultimate, because one of the things the ult struggles with is it's got a decent cast time. So a lot of the time, like if they're at any decent range for you, it's part of why it feels weird at ADC. If they're at any decent range, they can get out of it fairly quick, because, you know, it's like they're, you know, maybe they're in the middle of the ult, you cast it, they run like back to like the farthest like quarter of the ult, and you have barely any ground that you're actually keeping them slowed in. But for something like that where they're just CC'd, it's nuts. But yeah, build-wise, it definitely feels kind of weird, pretty hybrid. And you definitely, I think you might want to build even more power than I've been focusing on. I'm not totally sure, like, if Demonic Grip's even worth it. The attack speed's really nice, but the crit's so insane from power. Because you're getting, what is it, every 10 power you get 1%, I think? Yeah, every 10 power, 1%. That's so ridiculous. Because 100 power is in 10%. And you do crit for less than physicals. You crit for 50%, not 100% bonus damage, but it's still really strong. And it's worth noting, one reason to level the 1 as well is that you actually crit on the 1. So it's really, really strong. All right, we'll go grab a purple real quick. We actually might take red. Let's not. Oh, Nox is doing work. We'll let her have a red. I'm actually, by the way, I'm actually not going to level the ult right now. I'm not sure if that's really the way to do it or not, but something I've been messing with the last couple of games with him is that the ult actually doesn't scale, which I think it absolutely should. I already think it's broken to begin with. It shouldn't do this at rank 1. So you only lower cooldown, and lowering cooldown's really good, but I think it's better to get damage in the meantime. Here, let's see if we can block her off a little bit with this. Hit her with one of these. She's gone. Yeah, I love this kit. It feels really cool to me. It's not super strong. The base kit's actually pretty balanced right now. I really don't think they need to touch it up. If anything, it might actually end up needing to get tuned up a little bit. Like they might need to buff the 1 so it's more reliable for clear. Like it's got a nicer AoE to it or something. But it feels really good right now. So I think that's actually something that he's been released in a really good spot for the most part. And it's just the ultimate's probably going to need a little reevaluation. I do think a great way to switch it around if they want to keep the slow effect is make the self buff faster, but make the enemy debuff not quite as slow. I think the self animation buff is absolutely awesome. I think it's super cool. I think the concept of capping it, going over the attack speed cap because you literally auto faster is really cool. And then obviously your abilities go off crazy fast. So I'm down with that. I just don't like the slowing enemy animations. It's too obnoxious to play against, and it counters some people way too hard. If you don't have the mobility or a CC immune, you just get so screwed. All right, you're getting ulted. Did I just get bopped? No. I almost got bopped. I don't think she had Bancross. Yeah, she had Bancross. We absolutely die there. I fought that really stupid, to be fair. I fought that really stupid. I shouldn't have been fighting her. I fought her in her 1 and her 3, so I took 1 billion damage. That's not what you want to do against Soul. You don't fight Souls at melee range unless you're like an assassin. Even then you try not to, honestly. Soul's so insane at melee range, she just pops damage on herself. But we lived, whatever, it's fine. Probably don't want to stick around, I think she'll get back in time. But yeah, we'll stick with the normal build I've been doing. I haven't experimented too much so far. But we'll probably try in the near future, especially if I like take him mid, I'll probably try going for more power. It's just like, you're not building for ability damage on him. Like his scaling on the 1, not very good. The scaling on the 2's really not that great either. So like, you don't want to build for his abilities, but you might want to build for crit. That's where I'm not so sure on him. So I think the build I've been doing is pretty much perfect, but I could be wrong. Might be a little bit off from what you want to do. Definitely worth keeping in mind, our ultimate has that crazy long cooldown, right? That's the reason you might want to level it, is similar to Morrigan, getting that cooldown a lot lower. But the difference is Morrigan goes down 20 seconds a level. This only goes down 10, which is a lot worse. Oh, I thought we juked that. That's oh my god. Yeah, look at that crit right there. Look at that thing go. Hit her for 210. That's actually nasty. You know, you're not backing. You're not backing. Don't pretend. All right. By the way, if you cast the 2, the actual ability part of it, you still get the attack speed. You don't have to worry about that. That's something I derped on a little bit early on when I was playing him. I was thinking it's like, no, I gotta save it. No, you don't. You can throw it whenever you want. You do get more of it actually charged, obviously, if you land some more autos, but that's all. Yeah, see, there's so much time to cast. It's actually really hard. Bop. Hang on, let's get a word down. I don't think anybody's going to rotate. I think they're going to be rotating towards mid. But I could be wrong. Yeah, she backed. All right, we'll take one more wave. I think we'll back. We're doing really well on farm right now. I've been absolutely bullying this Soul so far. By the way, Olorin actually not a super strong lane god. You definitely can win lane. But where he really stands out is the late game. I've been absolutely loving him late game because he's basically a team fight ADC. Is the thing with him. We'll definitely level the ult over the 3. But he's really more of a team fight ADC where his ultimate's so strong because it's a big AoE. It can have a huge impact because of that. A lot of his abilities in general feel really good during the team fights. Oh my god, I'm just whiffing everything right now. There we go, have some of these. We can turn this. Yeah, I got a Naja right here. What's up? Oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward. I thought he was definitely going to go for me. I just bamboozled myself. Here, have some of those. Well, whatever. That's 2 minutes before we can ult again. Yeah, they keep rotating left. They need to rotate onto me, man. Let me just run at their tower. Let me run at their tier 2. Because they don't care that I exist. Yeah, no, Thor definitely should have been ganking more. He ganked a little early on, and then that was it. Oh, nice ult.